Might be live. I think we might be live. I think we might be live. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeesh.
Are we live?
I think so. I think so. Oh, 1 second. There we are. Yeah, I think we are. I think we are. I think we are live.
Yes.
1 second. Let's just get ourselves set up here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yeesh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Yeesh. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Yeah. Those of you that have Publix in the area, you know it's $5 sushi day. You already know. That's a holiday to me. That's like a weekly holiday to me. I can't get enough of sushi. I love sushi. Strangely enough, want to know a little trivia. Remember that if you've ever seen the show I Love Lucy, you remember that scene with the chocolate, where they were throwing the chocolate up off the conveyor belt and stuff like that.
That's great
Yeah,
stuff.
they actually remade that scene in Drake and Josh, and it was called I Love Sushi, because instead of it being with chocolate, it was with sushi. Yeah, it was with sushi, and they called it I Love Sushi instead of I Love Lucy. There's a little play on the thing. Yeah. Little trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Little trivia right there while I set us up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody's day going today? How's everybody's day? My day going pretty good. My day is going pretty good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second. Alrighty. Let's see here. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my day's going pretty good. You know what the DBL moms and Mama Money made. You know what they made last night? They made that honey fried chicken, and I love that honey fried chicken.
It
wasn't fried doubles, was it?
Honey, not honey fried, honey roasted chicken. Excuse me,
roasted, yeah.
not honey fried chicken. I'm thinking about something else. Hot fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Yes, sir. Like I'll tell you what. I mean, look, all I'm saying is, I am thinking about KFC. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever had that KFC fried chicken? Oh my goodness. If you haven't had KFC fried chicken, you haven't lived yet. Okay. That's like the first thing you should be doing when you come out the womb. Chicken.
Okay.
Fried chicken. That's it. That's what they put in the baby bottle. Crush it up. I don't care if you ain't got teeth. Just
I don't care if you got teeth.
I don't care if you ain't got teeth. You better have that.
Crazy.
That's what they put in my baby bottle when I was little. They did fried chicken. No, you didn't. You did not. But it's a cool thought, though, huh? That baby gonna have some flavor. You'll be like, yeah.
Yes, you're crazy.
Hey, I mean,
Puree fried chicken. Put it.
puree fried chicken. Put it in the baby bottle.
That's terrible.
That's the baby food right there. So yeah, the baby gonna get extra protein.
Wow.
Extra protein up that.
Wow.
Let them lift a little bit, you know. The lifts, get some protein in them. There you go. Yeah. Get some protein in them. Yeah, hey, that's gonna be one buff baby. Like a buff baby. It's gonna be like, oh, you're so cute. Goo goo gaga. Okay, and very strong too. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
The baby gonna have a Giga Chad body. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm getting myself all set up here.
Yes.
Just getting myself all set up here. Yes, sir. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ourselves set up, ready to go. You know how we do. You know how we do. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. And boom.
IXHL Parabolic.
Ooh,
Yeah,
IXHL
you got that.
Parabolic.
Bagger.
It's a bagger.
It's a
big,
bagger.
big bagger.
Ooh.
It's big.
It's a
It's really
226%
big.
bagger.
I mean, it's big.
Oh my.
Goodness gracious. Details have 11 on it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
IXHL, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we called that stock this morning.
We did.
And I need a pen. Give me that pen. Mine.
Hey,
Mine.
I need a pen.
Mine.
Can I get a pen, please?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
Any pen that writes. Thank you.
Yeesh. And also, ladies and gentlemen, DBL Mom's had a grudge against my watch because she broke my watch.
I did not need to watch. What are you talking
She's like, you've been
about?
beeping too early in the morning. Pow! And then she-
No.
nah, she accidentally dropped it, and she accidentally dropped it, and it is what it is.
The watch was there.
She accidentally dropped the watch. Went, boink! I'm like, oh, damn. Ah, it happens. It happens. It happens. She had a grudge against the watch. My watch was assassinated for beeping.
It works fine.
She assassinated my watch for beeping. He said. Yeah, there we go. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see later if if the attempt worked. It's gonna go beep 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 beep. Like, I'm not dead. I'm still here. That's what it's gonna be like.
Yes.
She's gonna be like, dang, I gotta try harder next time.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Ooh. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Hope you guys are having a beautiful morning. I'm having a beautiful morning. This is another good morning on God's green earth. Yes, sir. That's how we do. That is how we do. Yeesh. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day.
Yes.
All right, give me 1 sec.
Good
Boom.
day. It's a good day.
It's a beautiful day. Yay, 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 yay.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, I like that. I like that song with the
It's
kid that go
Yeah.
that sings that song. That song is, yes. That is a good
was
song.
A cool song.
That is a good song.
It is.
That is a
It
good
is.
song. That's a song right there.
Yes.
That's nice. That's a positive vibe, man. That is a positive vibe. I'm just saying. It is. It is. Oh, 1 second. Boom, boom. Get this over here. All right. 1 sec, ladies and gents. Boom. And boom. Get that over here. Just getting ourselves all set. Ladies and gentlemen. But yeah. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. What did you guys get to do yesterday after trading? Did you guys just, sit on the couch, crack a cold one, watch TV, or do something nice? Or, what'd you guys do? What'd you guys do? Put it in the chat. What'd you guys get to do? I got to watch WWE Raw. I didn't get to watch it yesterday, so I got to watch it. It was great. It was great. Hold on. It was great. Hold on 1 second. Boom. Get this set up over meow. Come on. There we go. All right, Facebook has been posted to. Finally. Finally. There we go. Hold on. But yeah. Okay, 1 second. Let's see here. Anyway, say hello to the people, DBL moms.
Hello to the people.
Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. Hold on one second. Alright. Alright. I like this song. The Odd Couple. That song is stuck in my head.
That one? Oh yeah, that's a catchy one.
It is. It is catchy.
It's catchy. Once it's there, it's there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, let me see here. Get that all set. Alright. And then get X all set to go. Boom. And then finally the Twitch set to go. Bam. And there we go. Alright. We're all ready to go. Let's get started. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL. Nicks in the house.
Yay.
AKA the Rainmaker. The Rainmaker. I need water.
Hey, water.
Hand me my water.
Is that why you
Hand me my water, darling. Hand me my water. I need my water, darling. Hand me my water. Hand me the water, darling. Hand me my water, darling. Hello, darling. How are you? Hand me the water. Oh, yeah.
He gets that.
Oh, yes. That's better.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That is much better.
Yeah.
Yes. Liquid.
Baby's moving.
Oh, yes. All right, as I was saying, the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She has her bushy tail swinging around in the tall weeds and the high trees and the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she's got multiple cups of coffee. Sometimes she's got Arby's. Sometimes she uses Febreze. Sometimes... Come on, Febreze. You do. Sometimes she likes puppies and kitties. Sometimes she takes my lo mein. We call her DB, our moms.
Hey!
Yeesh. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. Yeesh. So, that's what we're doing. That's what we are doing. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, which gives you this beautiful scanner here. That's one of the many things it gives you, actually. As well as this beautiful news feed over here. Yeesh. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. Alright. If you want access to these little things and more, alright, including our real-time alerts and scanners, our custom scanners, alright, our custom-made scanners, and then also you get the news feed itself. You get chat. You get all sorts of fun stuff. You get all sorts of good stuff. Yeah. Then,
Yes, sir.
as well as a 400 plus video course on how we trade, as well as what has been working for us. It also has a bunch of resources that we have accumulated throughout the years in terms of our ways of trading. So, you got that as well, ladies and gentlemen. You got that as well. So, there we have it. There you have it right there. All right. And, of course, without further ado, be sure to click that link, man. Click that link to get all that good stuff, man. It's all good. It's all wonderful. Click it. Click it good. Click it and see what happened. All right? Hey, change our life. Yeah. I mean, hey. I mean, you get the real-time alerts. you get the scanners, you get the newsroom, you get the chat, and then to top it off, you get a course that teaches how we trade and what's been working for us, as well as to top it all off, 400 plus resources that we have accumulated over the years.
Yes.
Hey, I mean, it's that's a bargain. That's a bargain. That's a bargain. All right. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. Just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. And for example, we called HWH, which went up 105%. IXHL, which went up 234%. And then after that, we called QNRX up 88%. SEPN 69 nice percent. DEVS 72%, LUCY 75%, ALUR 41%, SILO 90%, SRXH 53%. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir. All right, and of course, we got all that good stuff. We called all that good stuff. So far we got 2 baggers, and the day is still young. The day is still young. IXHL had a nice high at 234%. 234%. Yeah.
Crazy.
So let me actually do. I'm looking at it right now. So let me actually get some support and resistance lines over here. So you got boom and boom. Now it looks like it had a bit of a double top over here. Take a look. Take a look. All right. Take a look over here. It had a bit of a double top over here. All right. Yish. So you got that going on. So right now what we have over here, you have a movement shot up right over bop right there. Right, and it looks like it could potentially, it looks like it's a double top over here, but it could also potentially be maybe right, a pennant right over So you never know. You never know. Has to break through that pennant to see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But it has to break through that resistance over at the, hold on. At the 30-cent mark, ladies and gentlemen. It has to break the resistance at the 30-cent mark over here. Because guess what? All right, it's got support. It does have support, ladies and gents. It has support at the 8-cent mark, the 13-cent mark, the 16-cent mark, the 19-cent mark, the 22-cent mark, and the 25-cent mark. That's where it has support. It just has to break through the 30-cent mark for it to continue to be schmexy to me. It has to prove its love to me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. All right? Share. All right? Let's get a share party going because that stunk went crazy. All right, BTCS. Let's check out BTCS. Let's see what they're doing. BTCS. All right. BTCS currently is moving upward nice a little bit. Had a bit of a top tail over here. Don't like the top tails, DBL moms. We like the bottom tails. Yeah. Let's see what the float is. The float for this stock is 11.19 million. Volume is 1.7 million. So the volume is very low. The float is very high. It does have news. That BTCS is arranging financing to buy up to $57.8 million of Ether, which is Ethereum, for a continued strategy. So they're looking to buy up some more crypto. That's their news. But this stonk has a very high float, very low volume. It's because I mean, yes, it's moving up. It is moving up right now. I like that, but it is forming a top tail over here, and honestly, it looks like it might be forming a double top over right? And it's also overbought in the RSI. It is above the VWAP. I'll give it that. And the volume is trying to creep up a little bit, but the float is high. The float is high, ladies and gentlemen. So it's in my opinion. I'll do some support and resistance lines for it, just in case, just to have it. But I don't know. Let's see what happens here. All right. It's got support at the $1.38 mark. Actually, no, excuse me, $1.98 mark. the $2.18 mark, the $2.33 mark, the $2.44 mark, and then it has resistance at 255, 268, and 290. So it has to break through 255, 268, and 290 for it to be schmexy to me. Right now, it is breaking through the support line at 244, so that's not schmexy to me. You know what I mean? Not schmexy to me. All right. News is okay, but the float is high, volume is low. You know how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Let's see. Let's check out IXHL because I think that one went up 244%. IXHL. Let's see. Let's see what it's doing. It looks like it's trying to curl. Looks like it's trying to curl here and test that high at 30 cents. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. As of now, IXHL has news that they are providing clinical program updates on IHL 42X, which is an oral once daily treatment for obstructive sleep apnea.
Ooh.
That, and also they have some insider buying news in the form of a Form 8K. The float for the stock is 14.61 million, which is a little high actually. No, never mind. The float is pretty high at 23 million. Volume is 168 million though. So you got that going on, ladies and gentlemen. You got that going on. Of course, on the RSI, it is a bit overbought. On the RSI. Okay. It does have that double top. Has to break through that double top for it to be schmexy to me. Has to break through that 30-cent mark for it to continue to be schmexy to me. Has to prove its love to me. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yes. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it has to break through that 23. It already broke through that 23 million float. It has 171 million volume, and the volume is just getting higher and higher, so that's good. It just has to break through that 30-cent mark, and it is a bit overbought in the RSI, so that's why it's kind of trying to go down a little bit to kind of cooperate with the RSI a little bit more. But it do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. It is up 244%. Give me that. Mine. 244%. 244%. 244%. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get that share party going. Let's get a share party going. Yeah. Let's get that share party going. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and remember to share. Remember to share, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to share. Remember to share.
Share.
Yeesh. All right. Yeesh. Give me a second. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what else we got. Let's check out SEPN. SEPN had a high of 69%. Nice. SEPN. Let's check it out.
You sicky you.
Funny number. Yeesh. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's a funny number. All right, give me 1 second. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, SEPN currently has a nice movement upward. Now it's kind of consolidated a little bit. So let's see what we got going on over here. All right, SEPN is holding at the support line of 669, 790, 884, 951, 1017, and has resistance at the, well, actually, no, now it has support at the 1099. Has to break through 1232 for it to be so much schmexy to me. Let's see what we got over here. Currently, it had a nice move upward like this. Proceeded to go downward and formed a bit of a descending wedge over a meow. And then after that, it curled up again a little bit and then formed another descending wedge over a meow. So it has to break through that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But otherwise, it's not looking too schmexy. Other than that, I mean, it could also potentially be the beginnings of a shoulder, head, shoulder. You never know. Shoulder over here, head over here. Oh, go on. Bop. Let me get that. Head over here. Boom. And then, you get another shoulder somewhere around here. Never know. Right now, it's not showing another shoulder. Hopefully, it doesn't show another shoulder. That would suck. But hopefully, we get higher. Hopefully, it curls up more and tests that 1232 mark and breaks through it. That way, it could be schmexy too. SCPN has news that Novo Nordisk is in pact with Septerna, which is the name of the company, for oral obesity drugs. And they also have some insider buying news as well. They do. Their float is high, also at 26 million. Volume is 12 million. So the volume is a lot lower than that of the float. Not liking that part too much. Not liking that part too much. It is not overbought or oversold. However, it does have a history of being overbought on the RSI, so it be like that sometimes. Right now, it fell a bit below the VWAP, so it's got to break through that. It's got to break through that and see what happens. Let's see what happens with it, because the VWAP is right there at $11.13, ladies and gentlemen. That's where it is right now. That is where it is. So let's see what else we got. What else we got over here? Because yes, let's see what else we got. What else we got? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's check out QNRX. QNRX was moving. All right. QNRX. Let's see. QNRX, because I saw that one earlier. QNRX, I saw that one. Let's see. All right. Hold on. Boom. Over here. Okay. QNRX currently has a 19 million float, 6 million volume. That's what they got going on over here. So that's what they're doing right now. The volume is lower than the float, of course, so not too schmexy. It also has some double tops here. Take a look. All right, take a look at that double top. Bop right there. Boom. Has another one right over Mya that's forming. Hold on, let me get this over Mya. Bop right there. All right. So right now, double top over here. Right. Let's see what we got going on. Right. Curled up nicely. Shot up right over here. Boom. Hit a bit of a descending wedge over here. Had a bit of a curl up, but then created a double top, ladies and gentlemen. Had a bit of a curl up, but then created a double top. Not liking that too much. Not very schmexy to me. Let's see what we got going on. What else we got? Because QNRX did have a history of being overbought in the RSI, and is now not overbought or oversold in the RSI, but it did have a history of being overbought. And that, and also the fact that it is below VWAP, has to break through that VWAP for it to be schmexy to me. Has to prove its love to me. Yeah, of course. All right, let's see what we got over here. Bop right there. All right, boom. All right, and then of course, ladies and gentlemen, it has to hold the support at $6.09, $7.56, $8.72, $9.53, and it has to hold those supports, and then it has to break through the resistance at $10.34, $11.35, and $12.96. Has to break through that resistance for it to continue, ladies and gentlemen. Has to break through that resistance, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Okay. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Bob, right there. There we go again. Yes, sir. All right, and QNRX has news. They have news. Some of it came out yesterday that Kyoin Pharmaceuticals reports a strong Q1 progress with breakthroughs in Netherton syndrome treatment. I don't know what Netherton syndrome is, but it sounds like it's something important. All right. Also has some insider buying news that came out yesterday, but they also announced their initial positive clinical data for QRX003 from pediatric peeling skin syndrome study, which that one I've heard of. So let's see. Let's check this out over here. The float is 19 million. Volume is 6 million. So right now it's got to break through that 19 million float for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Has to break through that $10.34 mark as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. IXHL moving up again. Now 311%. IXHL. Look, the moment I turn away, look what you do. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, whoa. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It broke through. It's still moving. It's still moving, baby. Oh my. Oh no. Forming a bit of a double top. No. Come on now. All right. IXHL hit that 311%. Hit that 311%. Give me that. No. You can't.
He's still in my pants.
Just like you stole my lo mein.
Oh, knock it off.
Yeah.
Lo mein.
I'm borrowing your pen. You stole my lo mein.
Just take a
Yeah. Let's talk about it, huh?
Stole your
You see that? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. All right. We got IXHL, which ran up 311%.
Oh my goodness.
311%.
This is crazy.
All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got here so far. So we got IXHL. Okay. Went up a nice 311%.
My goodness.
Okay. We called HWH, which also ran a nice 105%. All right. All right. Next, we called up, but the watch says, I'm still alive. You haven't killed me. Ah. Wait, check. It's moving up. IXHL, 341%.
Holy cow.
362%.
Oh,
Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
it did that.
Take a look
It
at
did
that. 362%.
Yes, it did that.
Yes, sir. It looks like it's trying to test it again. Can it keep going? Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Oh, my.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. 377, 384. There we
my
go.
gosh.
Yes, sir. 392, 399, 399%. Wait.
Wait. Oh,
Give me the thing.
give me the thing.
418%, 420.
Share party.
420.
Share
Hit
the
that
stream.
hit that. Yes. Yes.
Hit
Get
that
that.
like and share the
Share the stream. Share the stream.
Baby.
Share the
Hit
stream.
Share button.
Share the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
420%.
Oh my
420%. Look at that.
gosh.
Look
What
at
in
that.
the world is
Look
going
at that.
on?
Look at that.
Oh
Ah.
my gosh.
Ah. Look at that. Look at that. It went from. Take a look at it. Whoa. Look at that. Look. Hold on. I gotta show you this.
Crazy.
I gotta show you this. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. Garbage. All right, there we go. Bop, right here. Look at this.
Oh, my
A to
goodness,
B,
Lord.
B to C, C to D. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Little A, B, C, D action right there. 420%.
Oh my
400. It might have been more than 420. I'm just saying 420.
Oh, my
But I think it
goodness.
might have been more than 420. I'm just saying. All right?
Oh,
I'm just
heavens.
saying. IXHL had a nice shot up 420%. Ladies and gentlemen, I stepped up into the building and already we got a 420% bagger. What can I tell you?
Yes.
Give me that share party. Let's get that share party
Let's get
going.
a share party going. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's time to party.
Yeah. Get that share party going because we hit that 420.
Yes, sir.
No, not that kind of 420.
Nah.
All right.
Well, it's interesting.
420%. 420%. Not Zaza. No.
Interesting stuff on a
All
Wednesday
right.
morning.
Let's see. All right. And of course, ICANX Healthcare Inc. provided a clinical program update on their IHL 42X and oral once daily treatment for obstructive sleep apnea. And they have their insider buying news, ladies and gentlemen. That is what they got going on. Of course, the volume is now 215 million as opposed to the float, which is only 23 million. Volume is higher. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Always beautiful.
It is always beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Can it continue curling? Right now, it's got some new support and resistance lines here. It's got support at the 8-cent mark, 16 cents, 22 cents, 26 cents, and then as support at the 31 cent, 36 cent. Has to break through the 45 cent for it to continue to be schmexy. Let's go. Let's see what it can do. Can it do it again? Ladies and gentlemen? 420%. That's all I'm saying. 420%. IXHL. 420%. That's what we got going on. 420%. Can it keep climbing? Can it keep climbing? I think this is an Australian stock because it's I think it is.
You can check it out.
I think it is. I bet it is. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Let's see. Keep going.
I believe you was right.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Australian.
it's all this interesting
Australian,
stuff about
yep.
It is Australian company.
It is Australian.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's an Australian stock. Australia. It went from down under to all the way to the top.
Yes, sir.
There we
It
go.
did.
It went from down under all the way to the top. Yes. All right. But now, what's kind of concerning me here is this right here. Hold on, take a look. Take a look. Got a shoulder here, right? And then you got the little head here. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like it could potentially be a shoulder, head, shoulder if this makes a double top. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope it continues climbing. I hope it continues climbing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Can it curl? Can it curl? Let's see. Can it curl? It is a bit overbought on the RSI. That's okay. That's okay. Just needs to keep curling. That's it. That's all it needs to do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all it needs to do. Let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen.
Share party.
Yeah, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
Think about all this
Sharing
stuff.
is caring.
Yes, sir.
Sharing is caring.
Yes, sir.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. Yes. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. IXHL just had an outrageous run at 420%. All right, all right, all right. There we go.
All right.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. NCNA is moving a little bit as well, up 50%. Let's see what we got going on.
NCNA moving.
Yeah, that's what I said. NCNA.
NCNA's
NCNA moving up right now. Take a look at that. Look at that.
Let's
Look at that. Look at that. Bop right there. Take a look. Boom. 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 And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want alerts like these prior to these stocks moving like crazy, by the way, you gotta just click that link. Click that link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, ladies and gentlemen, because you get alerts like these. You get alerts like these. You get alerts for stocks like these. Look at that. Look at that. It made an ABCD. Look at that. Look at that. At RB's. Yes, sir.
Oh my heavens. That's a lot.
Yeah. An ABCD. By the way, I'm gonna put that in the rhyme for the Serengeti specialist as well. You know, we pick a lot of beggars a lot of times. She likes to go to the bushy tail. She likes to shake the bushy tail in the tall weeds, the high trees, the low C's, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes to catch those ABCDs. Yeah. There we go. There we go. I'm expanding the rhyme. I'm expanding the rhyme.
Jokey then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that part of the rhyme where you find the ABCDs?
Oh yeah.
I like that.
I guess that's good.
I like that.
That's good.
I like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add that.
Uh-huh.
All right. She likes to shake her bushy tail in the tall weeds, the high trees, the low C's, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes puppies and kitties. And all the time she will find them ABCDs. We call her DBL moms. There we go. There we go.
You gotta repeat that tomorrow. You know that. Right?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna repeat that tomorrow, man.
All that.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, of course. I could do that. I could interchange them too. I could interchange them too, man. En mi casa y yo vivo aquí. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. NCNA had a nice move up 50%. Needs to hold at the following trend lines over here. Hold on 1 second. Let me get them over here. Bop right there. And then bop right there. Boom. Okay. Bop. There we go. So it has to hold at the 4-cent mark, break through the 5-cent mark to continue to be schmexy to near. That's what it's got to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's got to do. Had a nice ABCD run. Was a bit overbought on the RSI. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Had that 50% run. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Very nice.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it did have that nice move. Had that nice move over there. And they don't have much news. Their float for NCNA is 4 million and change, but the volume is 53 million, ladies and gentlemen. That's the volume. I like that. I like that.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. Actually, it says here the float is 2 million. Volume is 50 million. So you got that going on. That is what we got going on. The volume is a lot higher than the float. That is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what's going on. Let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going.
We're partying and we're rocking.
Yeah.
Share.
We're rocking and rolling.
We are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we got the ABCD that just came in over here. Let's see maybe if NCNA could break through that full-on 5 cent mark, maybe hit 6 cents. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But NCNA did have a nice movement, though. Did have a nice ABCD movement there. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. What else do we got, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see what else we got. SMCL. Let's check out SMCL. SMCL. Let's take a look at SMCL.
Let's go. Take a look at that.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's take a look at that one.
Let me just do that.
SMCL.
Yes, there you go.
All right. Doesn't have any news, ladies and gentlemen. Does not have any news. However, it is moving up a little bit. It is moving up a little bit over here. Let's take a look. All right. Had a nice little movement up. Or meow. Had hit a small ABCD. Right. Proceeded to have a bit of a descending wedge. Not a descending wedge. A pennant over here. And then curled off of this little pennant over here just a little bit. So let's see what happens with it right now. Hold on. Let me get the graffiti pencil out over here. Get this new little. Let's see. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa there. Whoa there. All right.
Whoa there.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Currently, it has a nice little high. All right. It is a bit expensive, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. It has a resistance at the $13.40 mark. Has resistance at $14.39, $15.15, $15.68, $16.21, $16.87, and has to break through the $17.93 mark over here to be schmexy to me. Otherwise, it's man. Also, we'll see what happens with this stonk. We shall see what happens with this stonk. Has to break 1793 to continue to be somewhat schmaxy to me because it doesn't have any news. Does not have news, but it does have a float. The float for SMCL is 4.24 million. Volume is 1 million and change. So it's actually the volume's lower than the float. Not schmexy to me, but can it curl? Maybe. Can it curl though? Let's see. Let's see if it can curl. Let's check out FAAS. FAAS. Let's see what they're doing right now. What is FAAS doing right now? Let's see. FAAS. Let's see. Choppy. Not liking that one too much. I mean, the float is 25 million. Volume is 1 million. You know what I mean? Nah. Let's see QNRX. QNRX. Let's see what QNRX is doing. QNRX still doing its thing over here. Has that double top. It's moving downward. Ladies and gentlemen, has to break through this little descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But we'll see what happens with that. We shall see. Has to break through that descending wedge. Has to break through that $9.53 resistance over here. $10.34, $11.35, and then $12.97 for it to be so much schmexy to me. Otherwise, it's not liking it too much. You know how I do. Let's check out Lucy. Lucy, I'm home. Yeah, Lucy. There we go. That's what we got. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. All right, let's see what we got going on. Lucy. All right, there we go. I'm home.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Let's see here. Let's get this bop over here. Boom. Look at that. All right. So now we got some support and resistance lines here. You got support at the 190 mark, the 235 mark, 270 mark, 295 mark over here. Then you got resistance at 320, 350, and then $4. So that's what you got going on. That's what we got going on over here. Had a nice shot upward over here. All right. Even went down a little bit. Had a bit of a descending wedge over here. Proceeded to go back up. Curled up off of this. Made another pennant over here, which was actually a little bit of a descending wedge over here, right? And then curled up a bit more and actually had a bit of consolidation along this line right over Mya. So consolidated a little bit, proceeded to go down and then up, right, over here, and then proceeded to make its own little descending wedge again, right over Mya, bop, bop. Actually, it was a bit of a pennant. I made a pennant over there, went up, all that good stuff. Proceed to make another little pennant right over here. There we go. And now it looks like it's trying to curl its way on up. It curled its way on up over here. Boom. Over Mya. Has to break through this pennant over Mya for it to be so much maxi to me. Because otherwise it's currently has its own little thing going on over here. Has to break through the 320 mark, 350, and the $4 mark. Let's see what Lucy's got going on. Let's see what Lucy's got going on. Also, what's going on with let's see. Hold on. Nothing yet. All right. I thought something was going crazy. Hold on 1 second. I felt a disturbance in the force, ladies and gentlemen. You know? Yeah, it'd be like that. All right. A little bit of a pennant over here. A little bit of a pennant. Has to break through the 320 mark, 350, and then $4 for it to be somewhat schmexy to me.
Yeah.
Has a bit of a history of being overbought on the RSI, but that's okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of overboughtness, you know. But it's not overbought or oversold in the RSI right now. It does have some little bits of volume going into it because it has a 2 million float, 18 million volume. You know how it goes. You know how it is. There you go. Boom. Done. Right there. Has to break through this pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right. They also have some news, but it's old news. It came out yesterday that Lucy has that had some insider buying yesterday, and then also had Innovative Eyewear Inc., which is the name of the company, reported a Q1 2025 unaudited financial result. So they had that yesterday. Both of those things happened yesterday. So it's got to figure that stuff out for it to be so much maxi to me. Let's see about SMCL. Let's see about SMCL. SMCL. Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's more.
It is more. I mean,
you know what's curling?
I did say it was going to curl.
What's curling? IXHL is curling.
Oh,
IXHL is curling.
It's curling.
All right, IXHL. Let's
curling.
see. Let's see. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it's curling.
Oh,
Looks like it's trying to curl, ladies and gentlemen.
Curl.
Curl. Can it curl?
That's the good, the curl.
Can it curl? Can it curl at the Goon Lagoon? Let's go.
Let's see.
All right, let's see what we got going on. All right, let's see. It has to break through this little pennant over here for it to be schmexy to me. Let's see. See, it rhymes. All right, let's see here. Again, IXHL has news that they provided clinical program updates on their IHL 42X oral once daily treatment for obstructive sleep apnea, and of course their insider buying news. So can it keep curling? Can it curl back a bit more? It looks like it's trying to. It looks like it's bouncing off that resistance point at the 36-cent mark, or excuse me, 37-cent mark over there. It looks like it's trying to bounce off of that resistance and try to climb its way back to the 46-cent mark over here to try and test that high, run that fade. You know what I mean? It has to do all that good stuff. So let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the float is 23 million and change. Volume is 271 million. So the volume is shooting up immensely for the stock. That's what it's got going on. That is what it's got going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yes. And let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going.
Yes.
Share party.
Share.
Yes. Let's get a share party going. So, yeah. I bet you as soon as I turn my head away,
Yeah, do try that.
I'm going to try that. You know what? I'm going to go check out Lucy, IXHL. I'm going to go check out Lucy, because Lucy's nicer than you. Lucy's better than you. Yeah. All right, Lucy still has to break through this pennant over here. Right now, it's just obeying the pennant. It is obeying the pennant. All right, it has to hold at the 295 mark, break through the 320 mark over here to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, and then has to break through and curl all the way to 350 and then $4 for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Currently, it is up 53% though. 53%. So we'll see what happens there. We shall see what happens there. All right. What else can we check out here? Let's see. Let's go back to IXHL because now it just the volume just shot up to 274 million instead of 271. So it got 3 million more people on the volume. Let's see what we got going on. IXHL, boom. Oh, that's ICHL. IXHL. There we go. Boom. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Can it curl? Can it curl, ladies and gentlemen? Can it curl? Well, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see.
Yes.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, that's all the time we got for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Share.
Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, ladies and gents, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. They get that filet mignon money. They get that lobster bisque money.
Correct.
Yeah, they get that shrimp, jumbo shrimp money.
Jumbo shrimp.
I'm talking jumbo. Like the size of your head.
Yes.
Ever had the jumbo shrimp the size of your head? That stuff is great.
I love it. Yes.
And then you get that golden steak money.
Golden stick. That, I can't understand
They put edible gold on steak. Yes.
Well, why do they do that? And why would you want to eat
I
it?
guess when when it comes out the other end, it's gold. I don't know. That way you can say I crapped out gold. I don't know. I don't get it myself because I don't think you could digest gold.
It cannot be good for you. I don't know.
I don't ask questions. I don't even look. I think gold is for keeping, not for eating. That's just me.
I think I like to keep the gold out of my food.
I think I just like to keep the gold. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So,
But no, I'm good. I don't like eating metals. I like taking them. They're mine. You know what I mean? So yeah, be sure to check out the More Coach Nick Money program. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, ladies and gents.
Yes.
All right, because we pick a lot of baggers. A lot of times we're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. And with the More Coach Nick Money program, you get access to beautiful scanners like this one right here. Whenever you want, 24/7 news feeds. You get access to the real-time alerts. You get access to our scanners like this one right here, as well as some other ones. Because this ain't the only one. I'll tell you that right now. All right. You also get access to our newsroom, which is right over here. Take a look at this newsroom, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this newsroom, baby. Look at that newsroom. Look at that newsroom right there. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen. You also get access to our chat, and you get access to our courses. Our course, which has over 400 plus videos on how we find and trade stocks, how we read candlestick patterns, how we read those key levels, and much, much more, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
sir.
Yes, you get access on all that good stuff. You get to see all that good stuff. You get to learn about all that good stuff. And to top it off, ladies and gentlemen, it has lots of resources that we have accumulated over the years, ladies and gents. It does. It do. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Remember to share. You can find us on YouTube, where we do videos, live streams, stock reviews, shorts, and also some pearls of wisdom with Mama Money.
Yes.
Mama Money.
Mama money.
Yeah. You get some of those. You get some of those with Mama Money.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, you get some of that stuff. You get some of that good stuff there. You can find us there at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on X.com, aka Twitter, where we do live streams as well there. We do stock market analyses and all sorts of other fun stuff there. You can check us out at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch, where we do lots of live streaming, at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. You can find us there, where we do lots of stock market analyses and new stuff there as well. You can find us there at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on the TikTok, Tiki-Taki, a.k.a. the Tac-Tac.
Tac-Tac.
The Tac-Tac, where we do a lot of analyses, shorts, and other cool stuff there as well. You can find us there at DBL Nicks.
At DBL Nicks.
At DBL NICKS. And the screen name is Coach Nick Money.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's your boy DBL Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Ringmaker.
Yes, sir.
And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist who likes to shake her bushy tail in the tall weeds and the high seas and the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes puppies and kitties and finding them ABCDs. We call her DBL Moms.
Hey!
Yeesh. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. 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 Yeesh. So, that's pretty much it for me. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And we are out of here. Peace. Much love, ladies and gentlemen. Much love. Much love. Much love. Hey! There we